Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to another slamming, banging episode of Rantz with your boy, African King Darius. It is officially 10:43 a.m. It is a nice, mostly cloudy day outside. High with 53 degrees here in Baltimore. So, people, let's try to, wrap up today, stay a little bit warm. Today is a real rainy day. Stay in the house and relax and watch me. So, today, everyone, I would like to talk with you guys about something I feel is really important. I want to start a series that I'm going to be doing. I'm going to identify 5 major problems within the African American community. And these 5 major problems, I'm going to focus every single episode on just that problem. So today I would like to start. Let's get right into it. So today, number 1, I would like to focus on marriage. Okay? Marriage is a big, significant issue in the African American community. Now, most of you might disagree with this, but did you know that African Americans hold the highest rate of divorce in America currently? Most people who are African American never see the marriage through. Now, I will say this. We get a daily dose of it, of how marriage is not supposed to be done. I mean, when you look at certain celebrities, you hear like how George Clooney left his wife and got with another wife. And then he left that wife and got with another wife. Justin Bieber is with another woman, and who knows? They might get a divorce and then he ends up being with another woman. So we don't really have a good example of how marriage should be given to any of us. And this is any person, period, not just African Americans. But African Americans alone hold the highest rate of divorce. And to back that up, give me a minute. I have my notes right here. I did take an opportunity to actually look this up. Okay. Okay, so according to this, it said that black women were the only group that had a higher divorce rate than marriage rate, with nearly 31 divorces per 1,000 married women aged 15 and older, and only 17.3 marriages per 1,000 unmarried women. So right now, African Americans hold the highest rate of divorce, and that is a major issue within our ethnicity and within our society, period. When it comes to African Americans, we just don't seem to keep marriage together. So, how can we fix that? Well, there are a lot of things that can easily fix that. First of all, we need to start educating our women as soon as they hit the age of 15. As soon as our daughters hit the age of 15, we need to start educating them and giving them basic information and understanding of what marriage is supposed to be like. We men as a whole need to change our perspective. So I'm going to focus on one issue, one solution. Solution number 1. We need to be able to start opening ways of communication to talk to young girls. Okay? As soon as they hit the age of 15, we need to have conversations with them and get them to understand how important marriage really is. We need them to be able to approach marriage and say, hey, you know what? Marriage is really important. I really want to seek this out. We need to start talking to them. There needs to be a place where they can go and receive that education on how to do marriages right. Number 2, we need to create a class for it, okay? There really is no class created in college, in high school, or anything that really truly prepares children for the outside world, okay? One of the main things they need to be educated on is marriage, and they need to be told on how to effectively run a household together with your spouse. We don't really talk with our kids about it. Some of us look at our marriages and say, well, why am I going to talk to my kid about marriage and my marriage is bad? Well, then you need to fix up your marriage and let it be an example on how you should do stuff. So that way that child will understand, okay, this is how marriage is supposed to be done. And I'm not doing it right. The number 3 solution I believe we need to do, because so far I can only think of 3. The third solution is we need to lead by example, okay? A lot of us men need to start realizing that, hey, we got to throw our masculinity out the way. We got to throw that chauvinistic attitude that I want to show her all the money. I want to wine and dine her. We need to refocus on how to effectively be good husbands, because it starts with us. If us African American males can really truly fix things with ourselves, we can have good marriages. Now, I want to say this. One of the most difficult hardships affecting most African American males is that it is a hit hunt for us. It is a hit hunt out there for us, starting for us from the age of 16 all the way on until the age we are now. It is a hit hunt for us. African American males are becoming as good African American males are becoming as rare as some of the most expensive rubies and diamonds and sapphires and stuff like that. They're becoming as rare as those minerals. Now, there is an attack on us. There always has been, there always will be. The only way we can fix that is we have to stop creating groups like the Me Too movement and start being more inclusive to creating groups that features everybody. Currently, right now, there is no group that actually supports African American males. There really is no group. The Black Lives Matter movement protests police brutality, and that's it. But it does not focus its energy on helping young African American youths see themselves in a better light. Do you want to know the most turning point for an African American male? The age that is the most turning point for them is 16 years old. Most young men at 16 become fathers at an early age, drug dealers, murderers, or they end up doing something to mess up their life, or they become drug addicts. And what they do is they drag young innocent women down with them. In today's society, a young woman doesn't really have a good example of what a wife is supposed to be like. We all can say, well, we watched, used to watch TV and watched the Brady Bunch, and we watch TV and we watch TV, and even TV doesn't show you right. Hollywood is going to only give you an example that they believe it should be, but that example never truly shows you what it's really supposed to be like. Now, no, I will admit this. I give kudos to Tyler Perry because he does a lot of productions where he shows the truth on how black relationships actually are. And a lot of times the men cheat, the women cheat, and I'm not just saying just the men by themselves, because even the women cheat. And these young kids see their parents doing all of this cheating and berating each other, and they go on to doing the same thing in their lives. So we need to create a firm foundation for them. Those 3 things are the only 3 things I can think of that can truly be a solution to fixing things. We have to start educating kids in the school system. We should create a life class that starts teaching kids about life itself. Teaches them about pregnancy. Teaches them about, owning a home. Teaches them about working a business. Teaches them about what real struggle looks like. We need to create these things, but we don't. In our education system alone, people will get upset if anybody ever teaches a child about how to do life. People believe it should be their job. But if it's your job, I have one question. Why have you not been doing it? Why have you not been doing it? What happened to actually doing it? Now, young African American kids grow up and they don't know what direction to go on in life. And it's not because we are singled out because of the color of our skin. It's because even somebody who is of any other ethnicity has the same struggle. Now, I will say this. Caucasians do have it much easier. But anybody else that is a foreigner, anybody else that is African American, anybody else that is below that, you have a slim chance at surviving in life. It starts at the age of 16 and we don't support those 16-year-olds. there are no programs being made to support them. So we need to really put our education and our hands back into fixing those problems. This is just one of the problems that's affecting the African American community. There's a whole list of them. I'm only going to touch on 5. So, again, I believe 1, we need to teach it in schools. 2, we need to start talking to young girls before they start going out and start having sex and doing stuff at the age of 15 that they're not prepared to do. And then 3, we need to go right ahead and we need to lead by example. If we can fix what's wrong with us, our children will have a fighting chance. That's all the time I have on my show today, everybody. Thank you guys for being on my show today, and I hope that this will help someone understand exactly the approach we need to have. Deuces.